Hi guys, this is Joe from Tech Lobang. Welcome back to this channel. Today I'll be reviewing the Huawei P50 Pro. I have been using it for the past few months and I guess it is about time that I am able to provide a genuine review on it. This P50 Pro is my secondary phone for the past many months, and I have brought it to events and a lot of videos that was taken by this P50 Pro during the events. So if you want, you can take a look at the previous events that I posted. They are all taken by, most of them are taken by the P50 Pro. Before I start to talk about the details, let me say something first about the P50 Pro. If you are a Google user or you're deep into the Google ecosystem, then you must know that Huawei is not in this GMS. Huawei has its own HMS, which stands for Huawei Mobile Services, and that means you can't use your usual Gmail app, you can't use your Google Maps app, and you have to use alternative, like for example for the maps you can use the Peta Maps from Huawei. And for the rest, it doesn't come with the Play Store, so that means you have to use the Huawei app gallery to download your apps. So far I can see that quite a number of official apps are already on the Huawei app gallery. So I would say that for the standard user, this is not a big problem if you're using it in a normal way. But if you want specialized apps, then you might have some problem. And one of the apps that I do have a problem, which is the McDonald's app, because it seems like I can't install the McDonald's app on the phone. And also, just to share with you, the P50 Pro doesn't come with the Harmony OS. Instead, it comes with the usual EMUI. And this is a little bit strange because I thought that they are going to change it to a Huawei Harmony OS, but instead they did not. So this is something that you might want to take note. And okay, for this review, I want to be very clear. I'm not going to talk about the usual phone features because I think that is quite standard. For example, the calling of another party and etc. I think that is too mainstream, which I think every phone right now can do a very fantastic job. Instead, I want to focus on the camera itself. So the Huawei P50 Pro has actually quite a number of cameras that I think you might be interested. So I will want to go through with them to make sure that you know that the camera is how well the camera is, and also the quality of the picture or the video itself. So the review will be focusing on the cameras itself and also on some of the simple features that you might find it on the phone. This is a test on the camera, but I'm using a screen recording to record it so that you can see based on my perspective. So this is the wide angle for the P50 Pro. Let me do a quick shot on it. Then let me move up to 1.0. Take a quick shot on it. I move it up to 10x or 10 times the zoom, which technically speaking is still the optical zoom. Okay, so let me focus on this leaf. Okay, go up to 30 times the zoom. Let me see, 30 times the zoom. Okay, it's quite difficult to control it, but as you can see, the focus on the left, okay, on the upper left corner, you can see that the focus is on the tear on the leaf itself, and is accurately in the center of this picture. So in my opinion, this is totally normal. But once you zoom in more, let me zoom in more, above once it's above, I believe it's above 50, you can see that once I zoom in and I try to capture it at the gap over here, at the leaf, at the tear at the, of the leaf over here. Let me go beyond. Let me take a picture. You can see that this is the result.
A few moments later.
So just to share with you, previously when I was taking this kind of picture, and when I zoom into some buildings or something at 100 times zoom, it is always not accurate. That means if I point it like this, the end result will be always different from this. But I guess Huawei has helped to resolve it. So what you see is what you get now, which is really good, because previously I really had a hard time to focus, and now I am able to focus on what I wanted and take a picture without issue. Like for example this. Let me do a quick, and yes, you can see that it has accurately taken it without problem. So Huawei has managed to solve this issue, which is a good sign. Over here I'm trying to take some macro shot, and here's the results. Actually it's called the super macro shot, and I was quite impressed with the results. As for the super wide angle, I love it too, because look at the results. Sceneries are always the best for super wide angle, but sometimes if you want to use it on people, it also can be done, but you have to make sure that it is done carefully, because on the edge everybody will be stretched out, so just take note of it. The wide angle lens or the standard lens is always the best, so you can see from the results they are really fantastic. And if you want to do zoom, I suggest that you stick to below 5x, if not the quality will deteriorate. Okay guys, I'm now walking along some pavement towards the park, so that I'm going to take some video or some pictures using the Huawei P50 Pro. This is my review for the night shots. Okay, right now I'm using my P50 Pro to take some night shot. So as you can see, I selected night shot, and this is 1x zoom, which is the normal zoom. This is the wide angle zoom. And this is the 3x zoom.
Okay.
So let's look at the result. Not fantastic, not fantastic. Good. So for the P50 Pro, seems like the wide angle zoom is not as good as it is, but for the 1.0 zoom, I think the quality is damn good. And for the zoom of 3.0, it is subjective, not as good as I thought. So let me do a simple test using the night shot at this bridge. So this is the 1.0 times. This is the wide angle. As you can see, once I use the super wide angle, the quality drops because of the lens change. And when I push up to 3 times, it is still using the good lens, but once I go past 10 times, you can see there's a shift in the lens, and this is actually the change in the lens to a photo lens. And then push further. And here are the results. Using 20 times, 10 times, wide angle, super wide angle, or the standard lens, and the 3 times zoom. So to summarize, for night photography, super wide angle is no good. Wide angle or the normal lens is the best choice, and as you zoom in to more than 10 times, the quality will drop. Let's move on to videography. In daylight, video quality is good and stabilization is evident in the video. And for zooming during video, it can go up to 20 times. However, when it comes to nighttime, you can see that there are lags in the video and quality drops. So I'm taking video using the P50 Pro, and yes, you can see it's quite alright. Let me zoom out, and you can see that once it zoom out, it's using another lens, which is the super wide angle lens. Everything become dull or dark. That is because the aperture for this lens is not as good as the other one. So once I switch over to the main or the wide angle lens, it become better. Here is my view about the Huawei P50 Pro. So what is good? It is stable and has good battery life. The main camera functions well in all conditions. The super wide angle camera is okay during low light conditions. Love the close-ups with super macro mode. Video recording is good as long as there's ample light. That is very important. The wide angle for front-facing camera is very helpful in tight condition. What I think can be improved. Not sure what happened. The camera lens area overheated while I tested it intensively. This has never happened on other Huawei phones before. So I guess it might be a software or hardware issue. The aperture mode after latest update is not functioning well. I had a hard time to get it in focus or at least get the aperture mode to work. Night mode is also not stable in some conditions, causing the image to be bluish, and sometimes it's just hang there without completion for those exposure that is very long. Overall, if you're comfortable without Google ecosystem and you don't mind that it does not come with 5G, the phone is good. I appreciate that Huawei is always listening to the consumers, and I hope that they continue to do so in future models. And that is it for now. Remember to like and subscribe to Techie Lobang. Bye!